in a day or two. Ba, 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 bum. Hello everyone, welcome to another Wednesday night. Just realizing it's a little darker in here than I expected, so give me one moment. And turn on more light. There we go. Hello, and welcome to Wednesday Night Pipe Ceremony. I am Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman, and I'm going to put my phone on my little holder thingy here. And, yeah. Take on me. I don't know why my phone is always a little cockeyed. I put it in my holder, but there you go. And ta-da! Alrighty, here we go. I've been futzing with a lot of other things, so I'm running a little bit late, but I don't mind because that means that I just need to talk a little bit as I'm setting up my altar and getting ready. And that gives people the opportunity to realize that we are live. Although if you're watching this on repeat, then that part doesn't even really matter. Dinner. So for those who are new that have not experienced pipe ceremony before, I will explain it in a moment when I get things set up. Take on me, I'll be gone in a day or two. I'll just sit here and sing to you. How's that? As I'm getting ready. Oh, it's been a busy day. I just got my laptop back. And so we have the virtual fire in the virtual fireplace going, which always adds a nice little ambiance to the ceremony. And so just having gotten it back within the last week, I don't remember what day I got it back, I've had a lot of catching up to do. I haven't been able to update my website, and I've got a whole bunch of announcements for different things coming up. Stick around for those. But I was like right up to the point where I started getting ready here. I was working on some promotional material and getting some things posted in regards to some classes I've got coming up. Lots of exciting things. So, almost there. Take on me, I'll be gone in a day or two. Ba, 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 ba. All right. thank you again for coming. If you don't know who I am Patrick. I am your friendly neighborhood shaman. And I am so grateful that you have carved some time out of your busy day, your busy week to come and do ceremony with me. It's really important. We tend to downplay the importance of things like ceremony and stillness and meditation and those kind of things. But those are the things that make life worth living. It's like that's the glue that holds our lives together, right? So it's important, and I'm grateful that you chose to spend some time with me in ceremony. So the first thing that we always do, use the drum to welcome in the spirits, call in the spirits and the elements to hold space around us, to surround us in a loving, higher vibrational energy, creating an energy container where, because we know we're safe, that we're being watched over and surrounded with love, that allows us to take a breath, to let down our guard, to let down our shields, and open up to receive the blessings of Creator. So here we go. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, the spirits of the land, and the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding us in your love and your light. I always breathe easier once I get set that sacred space. So hello and welcome again. We're going to do sacred pipe ceremony. Now, if you're new, if you've never been to or seen a pipe ceremony, you may have heard it referred to as the peace pipe, like in old westerns and stuff. And it was the sacred pipe, the Chanupa, that was brought to the Lakota people 19 generations ago, and someone did the math and figured it was like somewhere around 2,000 years ago. Hi Brenda, welcome. I'm glad you're here. And so 19 generations ago, White Buffalo Cattlewoman brought the original pipe to the Lakota people, and she spent time with them, giving them 7 different ceremonies, and all of which revolved around the pipe. The pipe is the heart and the center of that spirituality. It's like the pipe is an altar. It's a mobile altar. This is church, right? And when we put the pipe together, it's the masculine and the feminine coming together as one. So this is all creation. And when we put the pipe together, it is basically the presence of Creator right here in our midst. And that's how powerful this ceremony is, and that's how important it is. So tonight's ceremony is going to be a little bit different if you're a regular here. On Friday, I am having a dental procedure done. And so I've been asked not to smoke a week before and a week after. So this week and next week, my pipe ceremonies will be smokeless, but they're no less powerful. And I'm still going to fill my pipe with the tobacco and still like draw in the breath from the tobacco and blow blessings that just won't be smoke. And I didn't have time this morning before I left. Sometimes what I do, like when I go out on a vision quest or something, when I'm out, it's usually like August, when it's the hottest out and there's fire warnings, etc. around, at least where I tend to go. And so I can't have flames, and so I can't technically smoke, but I'll do the same thing. I'll put the tobacco in the pipe, and then what I do is I bring along bubbles. And I'll draw breath from the pipe, and I'll blow it through the bubbles, and so I have bubbles going out and blessing the landscape with the blessings of the tobacco and of my intentions. And I didn't have time. I looked and I didn't have time to really dig in and find my bubbles this morning, so I didn't get to do that. So when I'm just kind of blowing, know that that is still very powerful prayers going out and being carried by the spirit of the tobacco to Great Spirit. And so what the ceremony itself is going to look like, just so that you can kind of follow along, kind of understand, stay with me in what I'm doing. The first thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to need some sage, is I'm going to light some sage, and I am going to smudge everything on my altar right here. And then I'm going to say a prayer asking permission to smoke in this place at this time, because it's something that we only do with permission. We don't just, it's not, it's meant to be done in alignment with permission, you know, in harmony. It's not just something to just, oh, I'm going to go smoke now, or, you know, it's mindful. It's doing it consciously in alignment with the spirit. It's not just smoking to get high or smoking a cigarette kind of thing. In fact, I only use tobacco. To use anything of a recreational nature would compromise my relationship with my pipe. And this isn't a toy. It's not something just to have fun with. This is a medicine object. This is a sacred being in its own right. And so we respect the pipe. We treat the pipe with the respect that it's due, and recognize the consciousness, right? Everything that exists has its own consciousness, has its own spirit. And so we work in communion with the spirit of the pipe, which is basically working in communion with the spirit of Great Spirit. So anyway, assuming that the answer is yes, that we have permission to smoke, I will then put the pipe together, and then I will take 4 pinches of tobacco to fill the bowl, and that part I do out loud, so you'll hear the different prayers and offerings I make as I'm filling the pipe. Then when I'm done with that part, I have a song that I was gifted. White Buffalo Calf Woman, the one I mentioned earlier that brought the original pipe, she is one of my spirit guides. And she gifted me this song and asked me to sing it before every ceremony that I facilitate. And so at that point I will sing that song. Then normally I would light the pipe. Tonight I'm not going to light the pipe. And then I will smoke the pipe. I will still draw my breath from the pipe, etc., without the smoke. And I will blow blessings and offer my pipe to the four directions, to Father Sky, to Mother Earth, in a circle for all our relations, and then straight up to Creator. Then I'll pause with the stem to my forehead and the bowl to my heart for a moment of silent prayer. Then I will come back, and normally I would relight the pipe at that point. But I will come back, and then the next thing I'm going to do is take a great big puff, and I'm going to blow it straight at my camera. And I wish I had my bubbles so that there was more of a physical thing as we're on video. But I will blow those blessings at my camera. And through the magic of the holographic universe and the internet, those blessings will go and come through whatever device you're watching this on to your heart. And that is the point where you want to say your biggest, bestest prayers, set your biggest, bestest intentions. You know, we just passed the full moon, so the moon is starting to wane. So this is an excellent time to think about what you would like to decrease in your life, what you would like to release from your life. Like if there are obstacles to your happiness or your fulfillment, if there are habits or things that are distracting you from your highest good, now is an excellent time to release those. And so when you see me blowing my breath to you, you can breathe with me and release those things into that breath, knowing that the tobacco spirits are carrying that to Creator. And I will continue to fake smoke and blow blessings for different intentions of my own, for different intentions people have asked me to pray for. And then when it feels complete, I will say another prayer, I will sing another song, and then I will take the pipe apart. And that will be the end of the sacred pipe ceremony portion, but we'll still be in sacred space, so technically we are still in ceremony, right? And a lot of times I usually speak a little bit. I never know what I'm going to talk about, but it's usually inspired. My guides have things to say, right? And so I'll start to babble and ramble, and hopefully some seeds of wisdom come out that are helpful. And then when that is finished, we will drum to release the spirit, so lovingly holding space for us, and we will return to our physical realm. So, and if you enjoy this time, if you feel like you have gotten a gift or something from the ceremony and you would like to reciprocate, I do have my PayPal and Venmo pinned to the top of the comments of the tip jar. It's no obligation. The ceremony itself is free, as always. We don't pay for ceremony. But if you would like to support, like reciprocate, give something back, and support me in my work so that I can continue to do this work and continue to offer my shamanic services and ceremonies, etc., I am so grateful for anything that you would wish to give. And since I'm kind of making announcements before we start, tomorrow I am going to be doing what I call a shamanathon. And it's I'm doing a Facebook Live, just like this Facebook Live. I'm going to do a Facebook Live starting at noon Pacific time. And you can find the event page on on my Facebook page, or you can find it on my website, perchingwolfstudios.net. And basically, all you need to do is send a contribution, send a donation to me through either PayPal or Venmo, and make a note of what you want, a reading, a healing, or a teaching. So you can get either a 3-card medicine card reading, which is working, oh, they're up on the table, I don't have them right in front of me. Cards with the totem animals, so it's like a reading with 3 cards with the wisdom of the animal spirits, or like a 5-minute shamanic Reiki healing, sending healing energy, or you can ask a question if there's some burning question that you don't understand, either about shamanism or spirituality in general or whatever. You can ask a question and I will answer it as best as I can. So join me for that, the Shamanathon. If any of you saw my video from earlier today, you met my friend. Shamanathon. Shamanathon. I don't know what he is or what his name is yet. I think he's a platypus, like a technicolor platypus, but I don't know yet. But anyway. So, join me tomorrow at noon. You can send in a donation, whatever, big or small, whatever you feel you want to contribute. And then you get a choice of either a reading, a healing, or a teaching. So join me for that. I did it last month. It was so much fun. Excited to do it again. And yeah, so thank you again for joining. Thank you for listening to me. Let's do our ceremony. All right. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. Aho. Grandmother, grandfather, eagle, we send a voice. We ask permission to smoke in this place at this time. All our guides and guardians watch over us as we smoke. Thank Thank you, Brenda. Grandmother. Grandfather Eagle. I totally got myself off the train. Apologies, let me align again. Creator, Earth Mother, Tawabin, Shaunadisi, Magikiwas, and Waboose. There is always room for you in my pipe. Creator, Earth Mother, for the two-legged, the four-legged, the winged, the crawlers and the swimmers, all our relations come smoke with us. Grandmother Moon, Grandmother Ocean, to the energy of birth, growth, maturity, the spirit realm and our ancestors, may all the passages of our lives be in harmony and grace. Creator, Earth Mother, to Eagle, Coyote, Bear, White Buffalo Catwoman, bringer of the pipe and the law of good relations to the people. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. grandmother, grandfather, eagle, we send a voice. We thank you for our lives. Thank you for our paths. Thank you for this beautiful world, guiding us, holding us, carrying us through these lives, through this illusion of life, until we remember again who we are. Thank you for who we have been, for who we have become, and for who we are becoming. Aho. Ihi laihi o, ihi laihi o, ihi laihi o, ihi, 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 ihi o, ihi laihi o. I don't know if you could feel that, but that was just as powerful as any others we've done. Wow. It still just blows me away, even after all this time, of how powerful and profound such a simple thing is. And if anyone came in late or wondering why there was no smoke at a pipe ceremony, on Friday, in a couple of days, I'm going to be doing a pretty substantial dental procedure, and so I'm not supposed to smoke a week before or a week after. And so we did it just without lighting the tobacco, but the spirit of the tobacco is still fully with us, and it like, if you felt it, just as powerful a ceremony as any others. And so I'm going to take the tobacco that I put in the bowl of my pipe tonight. I have a container that I'm going to keep it in this week and next week, since I can't smoke next week either. And then once I'm cleared of that 2-week period, I'm going to do a special ceremony and actually smoke that tobacco to release those prayers that have become part of that tobacco. So just to let you know, keep you in the loop, let you know what's going on. And I'm not sure I have anything else to say tonight. I always say that and then words start falling from my mouth. Yeah, I don't... Not feeling anything bubbling up, so I guess we'll call tonight's ceremony a little bit early. Again, I do have a couple of announcements. I mentioned before the ceremony about my shamanathon. Tomorrow at noon, and I'm going to be doing a Facebook Live, and you have the opportunity to contribute, and ideally contribute before noon tomorrow, and then I can have it, and then everyone who contributes, whether just a little bit or a huge amount, Everybody gets either a reading, a 3-card reading with the medicine card readings, a healing, with like a 5-minute shamanic Reiki moment, or a teaching where you get to ask me a question on like shamanism or spirituality in general, and I will answer as best I can. So it's a shamanathon. I did it about a month ago and it was really fun, so I'm doing it again. Might become a regular thing. And what else? Also coming up on Saturday, March 9th, I believe. It's the second Saturday of March from 11 to 2. I'm going to be teaching here in person in my office in Renton, Washington, my Introduction to Shamanic Journey class. So if you've ever been curious about shamanism or shamans, wondering what it's all about, what it is, what it's not, come and join me. And not only will you learn the background information about shamanism and where it came from, etc., I will teach you the technique that shamans have used for over 100,000 years to connect to their spirits, to get direct revelation from spirits. And it's called shamanic journeying. And so not only will you have information, you will walk away with an experience which opens a door to, like when I first took a shamanic journey class, it changed my life, seriously. It was like from that point on, there was no going back. So this class can literally change your life. And if you experience that class and you want more, you're in luck, because starting on, I think it's the 26th of March, it's the fourth Tuesday of March, I'm starting my year-long monthly course on shamanism. So we get together for 3 hours on the 4th Tuesday of every month from 6 to 9 and explore a different aspect of shamanism. So you get to spend an entire year on the shamanic path to see if it suits you or maybe it doesn't. That class will change your life exponentially from the introduction class. This is, I want to say, the 8th or 9th year I've offered this course, and I can say with all confidence that it will change your life. Because shamanism is not something you learn like you learn math or you learn a dance move. Shamanism will seep into and affect every element of your life. So there will be change, there will be shifts. But in my heart, it's all worth it. So you can find the information for those, again, on my Facebook page, or you can get that information on my website, perchingwolfstudios.net, where you can also see what other shamanic services I offer, readings and healings and teachings. Oh my. And this video, I will share it to my Facebook page when we're done here, and I will also upload it to my Perching Wolf Studios YouTube channel. So you can subscribe to my YouTube channel to stay up to date. I have over 4 years worth of these ceremony videos and reading videos and stories and songs and all kinds of stuff. So check that out, like my videos, subscribe. And know that I am here. My job as your friendly neighborhood shaman is to support you on your path, to help you discover your unique path, your unique relationship with all of creation, with Creator. And it is just one of my deepest joys to be able to do that. I'm so honored to have been given this work and this calling. I can't imagine my life any other way. So, and again, if you would like to support me in my work, support, you know, it's ideally it's a beautiful reciprocity relationship between the shaman and their community. The community supports the shaman who supports them, and we walk each other home. I love that so much. So anyway, thank you for joining me. Again, it's no obligation. This is absolutely free if you want it to be. And I thank you for spending your time and spending your energy to join me in this circle. And I hope you come back next week. Invite your friends. Please share this video. Share the love. And that's it. So let's go ahead and release those spirits who so lovingly held us in their care. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding me, holding us in your love and your light. Our work for now is done, but you are always welcome in our circles. Oh. All right, my friends, thank you so much for taking the time, spending your energy and time with me. I feel you. I know you're there. I can feel that energy exchange, and I appreciate you so much. So again, I hope to see you next week. Bring your friends, share the video. You can tag people in the comments or whatever. I'm just glad you're here. And until I see you again, know that I love you, that I see you, and that I honor you. Have a wonderful week, everyone, and go shining. Bye.